Now, about the most important thing that you can add to your aquarium is a water ager. Now, water ager will remove chlorine and chloramone and detoxify ammonia and all sorts of stuff in your water. There's all different sorts of water agers on the market, and it's very important to get a good water ager and make sure you use it every time that you add tap water. And this can trick you because a lot of tap water the chlorine is added to a maximum minimum level. So there's various people that go around the water board and test pathogen levels and chlorine and chloramone levels. And then as needed, the water board will add chlorine, chloramone and so forth to protect our water from germs and so forth. Now, where this affects you is I'll often get old blokes that come here and go, I haven't added water ager for years. And that's the same bloke that's come in and tell me that all his fish are dead. And just because he'd done it a bunch of times and he'd never had a problem, it doesn't mean he's not going to have a problem. Because once again, you can do a water change a bunch of times, not have no problem whatsoever. But then one time you go to do it and maybe they've just added fresh chlorine to the water, and then all of a sudden all your fish are dead. And one of the main problems is not just the fish dying, but the fact that the chlorine is going to sterilize all your good bacteria in your filter, so it's going to take a long time to fix this particular problem. So my advice is never ever add water to your aquarium without water ager in it. If you're going to run a saltwater aquarium, it's really better to use RO water. That's better again. But you cannot go relying on adding water if there's chlorine in the water. Now, the other thing too is people say, oh, I'll just put it in a bucket and leave it there for a day and then the chlorine will be gone. That is not true. So though chlorine may bubble out of water quite quickly, our water contains chlorine and chloramone. So the chloramone is chlorine and ammonia. So the chloramone might take a week or so to get out, and then the ammonia could take weeks to get out. So it is really important to use a water ager every time you do a water change. And you cannot think just because you did a bunch of water changes and you were okay, that that's okay. Because it's not okay. Because once again, on a regular basis, I'll have people come in here swearing that they have no problem without water ager, and they've got a tank load of dead fish. Anyway, if you've got a particular opinion on this subject, then make sure you put a little note on the bottom of this video.